So this is US dollar Japanese yen analysis for Monday the 5th of February. Now let's have a look at our prices and where prices may likely go. So previously we did come into the towards find that support in around that we were mentioning in around that 88.50. We were saying if we did hold the 88.80 we were looking for price head towards that 109.50. In around 109.50 we found support in around the 200 period moving average as well as the major level of the 109.50. And we did see the further upside momentum taking us up towards the previously identified level of the 110.20. We traded as high as the 110.40s, from which we've seen a pullback in this market. We've not found support at this 110.20 and the 400 period moving average. Instead, we've seen further sell side momentum coming to this market. So this market does look poised to retrace this entire move Friday, which was, I think, was some interpretation of some data becoming positive from the outside in the US. So again, we've broken beneath this 110.20. Momentum does appear quite strong. So we do look poised for a test of this 109.50. We do look test for 109.50. If we do see support at 109.50, we're looking for price head back towards that 110.20. If we're not able to hold this 109.50, we'll see our price react in around the 109.20. We do have the 200 period moving average there as well. Marked as dynamic level of support for possibly a test of the 109.50, a successful break from which we're looking for 110.20 to come into focus. If, however, we're not able to hold the 200 period moving average, we are looking for a price head back down towards this major level in around the 108.80, beyond which we're looking at 108.50 and below this 108.50. The very next major level that we would come into focus would be in around this 108.13. And again, we're looking for some buy side momentum to come into this market from these major levels. Now, that pretty much wraps up the US dollar Japanese yen on the hourly chart. So let's head over to the higher time frames. So we'll start with the monthly. Over to the monthly chart we go. Over to the monthly chart on the US dollar Japanese yen. It's a pretty messy chart. What can you see here? So we found support previously just down there. Had this move upwards. We've had a pullback, but we've not seen that upside continuation, however. What we have seen is a degree of indecisiveness in the market, as indicated by the large wicks to both to the upside and the downside, suggesting that neither the bulls nor the bears have complete control of the market. Now, as we can see by the previous month, we had a very strong month to the downside on the US dollar against the Japanese yen. The month of January, we had a pretty strong sell-off there, all the way down towards the major levels of support. Now, so far in February, we have caught a bit of a bid. This may just be a retracement. This may just be a retracement before we see further downside momentum, possibly taking us all the way down to this 107.32 or even the 200 period moving average here on the monthly time frame. Now, if we were to get further sell side momentum, it would somewhat be, so we've had a trend to the upside of the brief pullback into an area where we had previously found consolidation of the brief move upwards. So there is still a case for a bullish move in the US dollar against Japanese yen, but we trade what is most recent. And more recently, we have seen some sell side momentum come into the market, as we have seen previously in around that 114.13, 114.30. More recently, however, we have seen strong sell side momentum come into this market, so we do look poised for further downside continuation, and we'll see our price direction around supports. Now, if we head over to the weekly time frame, over to the weekly we go, and as we can see here, we had our swing highs. We've had where prices stalled in around the 114.30, had sell-offs from this 114.30. And again, more recently, we've had a further sell-off from, so we've had a further sell-off more recently from, I think it's 113.56. In around 113.56, we have seen a further sell-off all the way down into the 108 levels. And, let's just head over to the daily chart before wrapping up here. So over to the daily chart, we can see we have the head and shoulders pattern here. So we've got a shoulder just there, got the head just there, and we've got a shoulder here. So all this is your shoulder. You've broken beneath the it's called the neckline. As we can see, we've seen the further downside selling continuation of the US dollar against the Japanese yen. Come down to support over 108.80. So we had this brief move upwards. Prices have come in towards that 110 level. Now in around the 110 level, we do have the added confluence of the 400 period moving average on the daily chart. And as we can see here, after our recovery, after this pretty strong sell-off, we are seeing that sell side momentum come into the market from that area where we do have a bit of a confluence of the 400 period moving average as well as the horizontal level of the 110.20. And overall, if we can continue to hold above this 109.50, we'd expect further recovery in the US against Japanese yen. But if we're not able to hold this at 109.50, we'd expect to see further sell side momentum continuation in this market. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the US dollar Japanese yen analysis. Thanks for watching.